Don't tell me. Don't fucking tell me it's her, dude. I swear. Next week, for Utawarerumono, I might have to do a live reaction. Because if that's the bae, if that's the fucking bae. And as soon as Nekone was talking about the In-Master and everything like that, and we saw that silhouette in the darkness, I immediately went to Twitter and I was like, yo, I had to screen cap it. I was like, yo, is that the fucking bae? And that episode preview for next week, after seeing that kind of profile shot, I'm convinced. It's my girl, Karuru, man. Oh my god, my best girl from the first series. If she's back, if this is in fact her, yo, and nobody spoil me if you played the visual novels, and nobody spoil me as to the ending of the first series, because although I vaguely remember exactly what happens, I'm on episode 19 right now, and everything's been coming back to me through this adventure. It's been amazing. If you haven't seen the first series of Utawarerumono and you're watching this, I highly recommend that you get it, because with this series, Utawarerumono Itsuwari no Kamen episode 5, the characters are on that same level as the characters from the first series. And that's what's making this the Utawarerumono no Kamen for me, dude. It's so real. The characters are on point. And realistically, Haku, with the stark contrast from Hakuoro, like I was talking about last week, the man's personality, the way I vibe with him in this episode, the laziness, he's roped into this work, and yet you see the charisma and the prowess beneath the surface. He's stacking up the harem at this point. We got Atui moving into the inn, and dude, Atui is hilarious, dude. I'm gonna talk about her section. She's absolutely hilarious. All the girls that we have in the harem right now are on point. They're on point, but I'll get back to that in a second. But my boy has that charisma and that mentality, that prowess. As you see that last episode, the man didn't even know how to read that language at all. And granted, he has amnesia and everything like that. Who knows what he knew beforehand and what's coming back to him. But he didn't know how to read. And now he's working on mad documents and whatnot. And Nekone points it out. I'm just like, yo, Haku's too real. At the same time, he has this lackadaisical, I don't give a fuck what happens, just let me, yo, can I get a day off, please? That scene with Rurutie where she comes in with the tea, and she just has that gleam in her eye where it's like, yo, I respect you so much, you're working, plus you're my BL fantasy with Ukon. I'm just like, yo, Haku, man, you gotta get out of there. And then he gets his day off, just to be interrupted by Atui on her bullshit escape tip. And, yo, it was so sad when the man had the skewer and he was about to go in. And it just falls down. Yo, the tears in his eyes, man. The whole thing about a man can die too much from overwork and everything like that. I was like, yo, Haku is true. Like, he's not as based as Hakuoro. He's not as real, because that man is OG. But Haku is amazing. I love him just the same, alright? But let's get into this episode. So we're introduced to a new character, Atui, and I believe the man's name was Kirui. I forget. It was like Kirui or something like that. The dude with the mask who was under Oshitoru's command and was looking to return Atui to her father. Who she's apparently of royal blood and everything like that. I don't know exactly how the empire that we're in is structured, except for that Oshitoru is the minister of the left, and with that ending that we had last week, which I still feel as though I can't put a finger on it 100%, but I still feel as though I know who that is, man. And if I'm right, I need to finish the first series first. I only have 6 more episodes to go, so once I finish that, I'll put the theories together as far as that's concerned. But seeing this episode, seeing Atui with her fucking innuendo and this whole grand idea of encountering her true love and whatnot, placing this all on Haku, and it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. She's a welcome addition to the harem, which we have. It is a legitimate harem, because with Hakuoro, we had lots of female characters, and all of them were on point, just like we have right here. And as a matter of fact, the female characters we have so far outside of Kuon are not quite they each have their niche, but they're not quite transcending the characters from first season quite yet. But I will say this. Aside from that, we don't have a heavy male presence right now in the series, except for Maruto and Ukon. And Maruto's a fucking clown. He's hilarious, and I love him. He's a fucking clown. And Ukon / Oshitoru. So it's very different. It really is a Haku-centric harem that's forming around with these characters, and the fan service that I'm getting every week. We got them. They're posted up at the inn. We're gonna see multiple bathhouse scenes and everything like that. It's about to be real, dude. The comedy is on point. I love the pacing and the flow of this episode, and seeing the dynamic between Haku and Atui. And I can't wait to see what happens next. But right now, everything is very laid back. You know, Kuon and Haku have accepted this role from Oshitoru to, you know, kind of serve and aid the country whatever way necessary. We find out that as Ukon, you know, Oshitoru is going around and you know, being this righteous man who fixes, you know, the mundane everyday problems of people so that he can cover the kingdom on both ends. And you see how much he genuinely cares for the people. Is this piece, this kind of, you know, fun, happy-go-lucky nature that we have going on right now with the series, after refreshing my memory as to the first Utawarerumono, I don't believe it's going to last. It's lasted for quite some time. With that flash, you know, post-credits last episode, I felt as though it was going to start to destabilize and shit was about to start going in. Not quite yet, but it's only a matter of time. Once we see the Bae next week, because if that is in fact Karuru, I'm going to fanboy like crazy. If it's not, I'm still gonna love this female character, whoever it is, and I don't see it. There's no one else from first series it could be but Karuru. But anyway, if it is in fact the Bae, I'm gonna go crazy. But in the next coming episodes, after episode 6, I feel as though shit's gonna start going in because yes, I know everybody's enjoying this kind of comedy, the mystery, and the way the world is set up, and the characters are so rich and vibrant, and White Fox is going in with the animation, and it's awesome. But if you've seen the first Utawarerumono, shit's gonna go in. There will be heavy feels. There will be shit that gets fucked up. People are not beyond dying in the series. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. So, if you haven't checked out first series yet, I highly recommend it. I will be caught up on it, and you know, having finished my second rewatch by the end of this weekend. I'll probably do a review, kind of keep it spoil free for those of you who are watching this and haven't seen the first series, so you can kind of get an idea of what the characters or what the scenario was like and how this kind of, if in any way possible right now, ties into that series. But other than that, let me know your thoughts on Atui, dude. She's amazing. She's fucking kawaii as shit. Seeing her blush at every turn, where she's like, you know, prompting this whole excursion. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. So let me know your thoughts on the episode, and I can't wait to see next week if my girl Karuru, my best girl of first series, is actually going to be in here, dude. So let me know your thoughts, and I'm out. Peace.